Shalom, and welcome to 40 Days to a Better You. Our theme continues to be generosity. And we want God to be generous to us, and I suppose we also want to be able to be generous to others. One of the questions that often comes up is, how do you cultivate that sense of generosity? What's the best way to build that within ourselves? Are we better off giving in one big chunk or giving smaller gifts many times? Now, from the perspective of the receiver, one large gift is presumably easier. It's less paperwork. I once worked with an organization where we realized that for every $18 donation we received, we'd actually be better off just throwing away the check. By the time we processed the payment, sent the acknowledgement, updated our records, and all that, we actually came out behind. It cost us $25 to receive that $18 check. In this case, though, maybe it's not just about the recipient, but it's also about the donor. Generosity has an effect on the donor each time we give. Yesterday, Rabbi Kay cited Deuteronomy 15:7-8, one of the classic sources on charity and generosity. And it says in Hebrew, Ki patoach tiftach et yadcha lo. You should surely open your hand to him. That's what it means idiomatically. But in Hebrew, the way you show emphasis is to repeat the word patoach, tiftach. Open your hand. And a number of the commentators pick up on this to give us a different answer, that we should open our hand more than once. Maimonides, I think, says it very well. For if a person is always engaging in good deeds and does them many times, they strengthen in that person's heart and soul good qualities. That's not true when someone does one good deed. For example, a person who gives 1,000 gold pieces one time is not engendering in themselves the measure of generosity in the same way that one who gives 1,000 in 1,000 different gifts might do. Because that person multiplies his generosity 1,000 times. And by awakening his spirit constantly, that person strengthens his spirit with the measure of generosity. The idea is that being generous frequently, even if it's in small amounts, opens our hearts and creates a habit. Every act of giving transforms our own soul just a little bit more. So whether you have a lot to give or a little, every time you are generous, it helps not only the person you're helping, but it also has a positive effect on you. So better to give early and often, even if not very much. So we are just 6 days to a better you. Let me wish you a Gmar Chatima Tova. May you be sealed in the book of life for the coming year.